What's good, everybody? This is Trims by Cartier, and today I'm going to turn this into this. I'm going to show you guys step by step on how I accomplished this particular haircut. So stay tuned.
I would never be broke another day in my life. God got it. God got it. I would never be broke another day in my life. God got it.
All right, so to start this haircut off, I'm going to comb the hair with the grain. And with the grain means the way that the hair grows out of the scalp. So that's how I'm going to comb the hair. And the reason why I comb the hair is to get the hair off of the scalp and to lift it so that the hair can go through the clippers with ease. So next I'm going to cut the hair down, and here I have the one guard on the Cordless Masters open. That means that the lever is all the way back with the one guard, and I'm going to cut the hair down. I'm going to make several passes to make sure that the hair is cut evenly and that I don't miss anything. So that's why you see me cutting in certain areas multiple times. And another important thing, I'm going with the grain. I'm moving the clipper in the direction that the hair is growing out of the scalp so that I don't cause any nicks or gashes, and so that the hair could, be cut evenly. So now I'm going to start with my line of demarcation. The reason why I use the clipper with the lever closed is because this will help me to get that first guideline out with no problems. You can do this with your trimmers. I would suggest if you're advanced to do that, but if you do it with your trimmer, sometimes it could cause you to do more work. But whatever you put the line in with, you can get it out with. So I normally start with the clipper closed, and then I go behind that with my trimmer, and I get the rest of that bulk out of the way so that I won't have to come back and do it later. And when I get closer to my line of demarcation, I actually flick out so that it won't cause any more lines that I'm gonna have to get out later on. So all I do is just stay consistent throughout the haircut, making sure I'm being neat and making sure that I'm getting everything that I need to get before I go to the next step. So now that that's clean, I'm going to move to the clipper with the blade all the way open, and I'm going to go around the head, and that guideline that I'm creating is going to be at close to an inch or somewhat of an inch, and I'm going to do that all the way around and make sure that it's uniform. And I'm going to make another pass to make sure that the hair is cut down and that I cut every area that's supposed to be cut. Then in this process, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the next notch and close the clipper, move down just a tad, and then I'm going to go around the head just like I did before with the lever open. Then after that, I'm going to go halfway close, and I'm going to move halfway up that guide and do the same process around, making sure that I'm cutting what I'm needing to cut to create the fade. Then I'm going to close the lever again right before it's closed, and I'm going to start attacking the line. Then after that, I'm going to close the clipper and hit the line one more time just to make sure that that line disappears. And this actually causes you to fade properly. And any areas that you may see that's dark, you may have to go over those areas by opening and closing your lever to make sure that the fade is faded properly, and so that you can give the illusion that the hair is fading into the haircut. So next, I'm gonna use my one guard closed, and I'm gonna create another guideline, which is about an inch, and I'm gonna go around the head. And you also wanna make sure that whenever you cut, you comb to move the hair back down so that you can make sure that you cut everything that needs to be cut, and so that you can remove any debris that could be in your way. And after the one close, I'm gonna take my half guard and I'm gonna open it, and I'm gonna do the very same thing that I did without the guard. I'm gonna have it open halfway, and then I'm gonna close it to fade that line into the haircut. And the reason why I do it this way is because it's easier for me, and it helps me to save time to where I don't have to do a whole lot of picking at certain areas. So I find this technique helps me to be more faster, and I can actually do the fade correctly without having to cause any mistakes to happen later on into the haircut. Because I am gonna go back and do some detail work, but this helps me to minimize that from happening, to do so much detail work to the point where I can make a mistake. All right, so here I'm using my one guard close with the grain so that I can smooth out that area, so that when I open the guard and go against the grain, it will fade into what's left up top. So here I'm using the one open against the grain to fade that line out. So now that I use the one guard open to cut the top down, I'm gonna use my two to fade in the rest of the haircut. And the two guard will be the last guard that I actually use for this haircut. This will actually finish off the haircut and fade the rest of the haircut together. I will go back and do some detail work and cut down some dark spots that I see. But at this particular time, at this point of the haircut, the fade is pretty much done. So now that I'm done with the fade, I'm going to start prepping for my lineup. So here I'm using shaving cream, and I'm actually scrubbing the skin and the hair so that I could, dry the skin out, clean it, so that I could give a better lineup. And the reason why I use this technique is because it adds value to the haircut, and it helps me to give a sharper look. So if you're a beginner barber or even a veteran, you know what I'm saying? This could be something you can add to your service to add value to what you already do. So I'm also going to use some foam to lay the hair down a little better, because he did have somewhat of a lot of length on top when I cut his hair down, but this actual foam will help to lay down the hair so that I could, you know, lay the hair down along with blow drying the hair as well. It'll kind of give the hair a more slicker look, so that when I actually, you know, cut the stubbles down and all that, it'll give a sharper look. Then I'm gonna also add some spritz to the lineup. I just spray it on some on a gauze pad, and I just try to lightly put it on the lineup area so that I don't cause any buildup or anything like that. And then here, I'm taking my clipper with the blade closed, and I'm going over the haircut to get all of the stubbles that's sticking up. And this will actually help, like I was saying earlier, to give a sharper, more cleaner look to the haircut. Now with the lineup, I'm gonna continuously comb the hair down, and I'm gonna start in the middle, and I'm gonna move to the left, his right. Try to make the line as straight as possible. Create my sidebar and make the line as straight and precise as possible, so that when I go to the other side, all I'm doing is copying what I did to the left, or my left, his right. And you see with the prep that I did for the lineup, you see it creates a more precise and cleaner line. And see, the video is sped up, so I am taking my time to make sure that I'm giving a precise line, a straight line, and making sure that I'm staying consistent. So whatever I did to one side, I want to make sure that I'm doing to the other side to make it as symmetrical as possible. And also, when you're doing a lineup, you don't just do it one time. You go over the line several times to ensure that you cut every strand of hair that's gonna come over the line. So that's why I hit the line and I comb the hair and I hit it again, just to ensure that I'm giving the most precise and straight line that I can. So to go the extra mile, I'm gonna take my shears, I'm gonna cut the rest of the stubble that's left over, and then I'm gonna give a razor lineup. right, so with the razor, I'm going to pull the skin in one direction and pull the razor in the opposite direction. I'm going to hold the razor at a 45-degree angle, and I'm just going to gently slide it across the skin. Here in the video, it seems like I'm moving fast, but this is sped up, but I'm actually moving very carefully. And I'm making sure that I'm pulling the skin just enough to where I can move the razor so that I don't nick the client or make him feel uncomfortable. And that is how I do it, step by step, from start to finish. I appreciate you guys for watching the video. If you learned something, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more content, let me know in the comment section. If you want to know anything or get any answers to any questions that you guys may have, just let me know in the comment section. I appreciate you guys' support and showing me love and all that kind of stuff. I promise you that everything will get better, and it ain't gonna stop. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep going. And if you're a beginner barber, don't worry. Over time, you'll get what you need to get to the level that you want to. All you gotta do is stay consistent. And once again, I appreciate you guys for watching, and stay tuned. More on the way.